Well, Ubisoft did something really stupid. Again. Years ago, when EA was up to no good, making online passes to make an extra $10 on used games with multiplayer components, Ubisoft made their own, called Uplay Passport. Luckily, enough backlash made them change it. Many corporate blunders later, and we find ourselves in the year 2022, announcing Ubisoft Quartz, an NFT project. You know, that scam everyone knows about, which we haven't heard much about, because NFTs are dying. Issues earlier this year with Xbox and Gran Turismo 7 DRM and microtransactions, along with other issues we've had, we find out Ubisoft decides to not only delist but also revoke access to these games in this list, most notable being Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. However, again, due to enough backlash, they backpedaled and came out with a statement about the base game being playable after September 1st, but none of the DLC. However, they still are claiming all DLC won't work after September 1st, which is ridiculous, as it's not even September 1st and I can't access a good chunk of Splinter Cell BlackList DLC as of July 14th, 2022. I tried, offline and online mode. I can't even access the multiplayer servers to play an online match. I then went to the rewards page on the Ubisoft Club, and still nothing, and long live piracy. Yeah, a pirated copy wouldn't have this issue, you're right. Gabe Newell was right. We think there is a fundamental misconception about piracy. Piracy is almost always a service problem and not a pricing problem. For example, if a pirate offers a product anywhere in the world 24/7 purchasable from the convenience of your personal computer and the legal provider says the product is region locked, will come to your country 3 months after the US release and can only be purchased at a brick and mortar store, then the pirate's services is more valuable. Most DRM solutions diminish the value of the product by either directly restricting a customer's use or by creating uncertainty. I even tried contacting Ubisoft about all of this. Their response? Thank you for contacting Ubisoft support. As stated in our support article, only DLCs and online features will be affected by the upcoming decommissioning. Current owners of those games will still be able to access, play, or re-download them. Our teams are working with our partners to update this information across all storefronts and are also assessing all available options for players will be impacted when these games' online services are decommissioned on September 1st, 2022. It has always been our intention to do everything in our power to allow those legacy titles to remain available in the best possible conditions for players, and this is what we are working towards. That's ridiculous. They are still saying that DLC that's loaded in-game, obviously, I can't use because they said so, even though I bought and paid for the game in the DLC. Look, multiplayer servers, I get. Halo 3 was my first ever game I played online. It got its server shut off earlier this year. I mean, we still have MCC, but still, I get it. Many games I loved back in the day no longer have multiplayer servers. Some even got custom-made servers. Hopefully this does too. But content that I bought and paid for, especially content that's usable offline in single-player mode, should not be tied to online DRM. This practice is ridiculous. It really worries me given the whole subscription-based future the industry is going towards. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Rocksmith Plus exists. Is Rocksmith 2014 and all its 1000 DLC next? Is that on the chopping block next? To get you to buy their newer version? The sub for Rocksmith Plus is $14.99 for a month to $100 for a year. You have to pay per platform and it's online only. I play Rocksmith 2014 a lot. I'm right to be worried. This sets a very dangerous precedent to the industry and Ubisoft themselves. Ubisoft, do better. Oh, and before I forget, how about a fix for Splinter Cell BlackList? Because there's a simple fix without needing to actually pirate a copy of the game, and it only requires you to replace your existing save file. That's right, Ubisoft won't make such a simple fix as to make the items unlocked at the start of a new game's save file. I'll make an actual tutorial video, but here's the gist of it. Download link is in the description, and I hope this helps. It's also how I got some footage. Anyway, I'm Bio, and I hope this isn't the new standard for the games industry. It probably is. I'm signing off. Have a great night.